Lizzie back again for round 2 of Make Fabric Boutique YouTube channel. So I am excited to be back. I'm quite proud of myself for coming on and doing another one so soon. And actually I've been quite looking forward to chatting to you about what I've been sewing and things. So I've had a nice couple of weeks. It's August, so I've had a bit of a downtime, giving me a bit of chance to do some sewing because we haven't got as many classes running, people are on holiday, etc. So I don't run as much, so there isn't as much of a, you know, I can take a bit of downtime and do a little bit of sewing and stuff for myself, which has been really lovely. As you know, I had a few projects that I was going to do last time, so I thought if I start with getting up to date with what I've sewn over the last couple of weeks, and if I manage to sew those couple of projects that I said about. So if I start with a positive, the one I'm very excited about, and I said you're all going to hold me accountable to, for the Cottesloe Bikini. So this one is Megan Nielsen, and if you follow me on Instagram or social media, you'll see I've made the swimming costume version with the tie back, and I made that last year. Loved it, really, really loved it. So I thought it's time for a bikini. And I went for this version on the front here, which is UD, because I wanted the full coverage. But of course I didn't want to just do it normally, because I don't do things normally necessarily. And I've really fancied a colour block. So I'd ordered this really bright pink, can't remember where from, so I'll put it in the comments and I'll look it up. Bright pink swimwear fabric, like neon, as you can see. I thought that would be a little bit too much. I'd stand out a bit too much. So I had some black, and I'd also ordered this black and white. So this was what I wanted to do. Wanted a colour block. I found a photo online that sort of gave me an inspiration for an already sewn bikini, so ready to wear bikini. Gave me the inspiration on how to colour block it, and have a look. Hopefully you'll be able to see on this picture here, this is me wearing my new fancy bikini that I made for the first time. And I really love it. I fully lined it with some power mesh or some swimwear lining, I think it wasn't power mesh. Probably on hindsight, I sewed the largest, the size 20, because in the instructions it said, if you're fully lining, to go up a size. I think on hindsight, I wouldn't, because it fits, it's not going to fall off, nothing's going to fall or anything, but I just feel like I'd like it a little bit snugger, a little bit tighter, just personal preference. And they do say to trial it in different ways and see what suits you best. The other thing I took out was here, because it was far too low on me, which I knew it would be anyway. So I took out probably about 2.5 centimetres front and back strap length, because I'm short. And I took out the crotch rise as well, because I knew. But if you do any of those adjustments, make sure you adjust the elastic sizes by that amount, because that's what I did on the first one. I forgot to do that on my leg elastic, and they look a little bit baggy, but they're fine again to wear. So yay! I sewed my Cottesloe bikini, and I would do it again. Really, really highly recommend this pattern. Get sewn the bikini, and in the details down the bottom, I'll put my measurements. Yeah, it's fine. It's only numbers, isn't it? I'll put my measurements, the size I said, and where I got these fabrics from, so that you can have a look if you feel inspired to get sewing a bikini. Do it. Cool. Right. The other couple of projects I was sewing, one was with a bright green fabric, and I can't remember if I really knew what I wanted to sew with it, but I decided I decided what I wanted to sew with it. It was a green dress. Now, it wasn't going to be this dress, but I really love, it's the Paola dress by Maison Faux, and I really love the strappy top part. So I decided to make the top version of this one, but a bit shorter because it would have been too long. And then the Lotta skirt, because I really like the fullness of the skirt. Obviously I put pockets in it, because you always need pockets, just for a little bit of swishiness. And yeah, really pleased with the outcome. I had to shorten this quite a bit because the top length would have been way too long. I made it slightly not as full. So this has 5 panels in it, 2 sides, 2 back and 1 front panel. And I made the side panels just slightly smaller so that it wasn't as full on the top. But I love it. I really like swishing around in it, and hopefully you'll be able to see that next to me. Fingers crossed I'm doing it right. And I'm pointing that way. It could be that way. We'll see when I come to edit the video. So yeah, that was another really good make that I had time to do over this week. Anything I changed? I think I've told you the changes I did on that one. And the fabric was actually a bargain fabric I bought in Bideford when I was up there on holiday. And it's not a natural fabric, so it's not one I'd sell in the shop, but I just love the colour. But I think I showed you that on the previous videos. Have a little look, check that out. Right, next. So I'm gonna jump onto one that I didn't sew yet. The Savvy Sundress that I said I was gonna sew this lovely fabric in. So this is the one I bought that I can't sell in my shop, but this is the one I bought when I was on holiday in Sri Lanka last year. And the Savvy Sundress by Sew House 7 was what I said I was going to sew it into last time I chatted, but I haven't got around to it. And I'm still not convinced I've got the right pattern. So I don't think that's going to be sewn yet. That's being paused for now. And we shall watch this space if I find something that just jumps out at me and inspires me. Okie doke, so there was another fabric that I absolutely loved. It was a Megan Nielsen one, which sold really quickly, but I managed to sneak a little bit because it had a flaw in it. A little bit. Enough to make a trouser and top set. Top set, it was quite short, but it's really vibrant colours. Now, wearing this fabric, which you're going to see in the photo, in a dress, I wouldn't have thought anything of it, but in the trouser and top set, in the like little cord, I was like, oh, it's a bit out there. But I've just been to a festival this weekend working with my partner who sells screen prints, and I wore it there. And I loved it. Actually, I did wear it a couple of weeks ago at our fabric swap as well. So I did really love it. And you'll see me walking strutting my stuff around Plymouth, wearing a little brightly coloured cord. And the patterns I used, the Esti top, the short version, but it is quite short, but I'm getting used to showing a little bit of belly flash every now and then. So I used the Esti top, which was really, really nice, easy to sew. It's a little bit low for me around the bra area. I probably should revisit it so that it's not showing the bra on the armhole, but I didn't have chance with this one, and I still wear it, so that's fine. And the bob pants. Now, these have become a bit of a favourite of mine. I've made a couple of adjustments, taken out the rise because they're way too high on me. And also, what else did I do? Oh, they're really too baggy at the front. Like, it makes you look like you've got a bit of a area of something that shouldn't be there on a woman. So I've taken out of that crotch curve and made it a little slimmer on that, and very, very easy to sew. Now, just so you know, I don't sell style up patterns in the shop. The reason for this is value for money in the packaging. It doesn't aesthetically go with the shop, although the pattern's really nice. This one in particular is easy to sew. The bob and the style up instructions aren't 100% what I champion, like, you know, Tilly and the Buttons and Maison Faux and Megan Nielsen. When you pay £20, you get really good instructions. And these are sort of, you know, just a print out off an A0 printer, and at £16.50, I just felt you could get these in other places. So I don't sell them. Oh, shush now, shall I? But I do sell this one, and I've made these trousers and top too. And you can get this one online. So I made these two together, and hopefully you'll be able to see this on the screen. This fabulous, funky cord that I really love. Like, although it's very vibrant, I love it. So I've been sewing quite a lot, actually, haven't I? God, I'm quite surprised by myself. And lastly, what I've sewn, not lastly of the whole thing, but what I've sewn. I go to this festival working with my partner. It was a case of, I can't take any jumpsuits. I can't go to a, you know, festival in a jumpsuit and do my Zadie and, you know, festival toilets. Anyway, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, but I couldn't wear my jumpsuits. So that was a large part of my wardrobe that I couldn't take. So in my thought process, oh, well, I haven't got a black and white dress to take. So I decided to make the one that I bought a ready to wear one ages ago, if you follow me on social media, and I've recreated the pattern. So I decided to make that one because I love the shape on here. It's a crossover. And I just thought I'd show you the pattern piece because I find it fascinating. And this is the pattern piece. So this is the skirt down here. And then this is the top part. And what happens, and actually if you hold it flat, straight, this is the grain line. And I know this looks a bit weird. This is your armhole. And what happens is you have to fold all of this down into here, and that ends up being your booby bit and the front part of your dress. I just love it. I had to take apart the ready to wear dress to be able to see that that's how it went together because it was quite complicated. And then I sewed it back together again. It was only a small part to take apart. But yeah, I made that for the festival and I'm going to show you a photo coming up here in this Viscose crepe by Fabric Godmother because I love their crepe. It's just such a vintagey, sort of proper crepey feel, and I love the print. Bold, but black and white, and I really enjoyed wearing it when we were there. And hopefully you can see in the photo straight on my stuff. I'll probably post a social about that later so you can see a few other photos of it. So those are all my makes in the last, wow, probably month, couple of weeks since I last popped on, and I've really enjoyed them. Very exciting to have new clothes and new things, especially when there's other things going on and stuff. So what should I do now? I'm going to show you some of these fabrics and pattern suggestions that I brought together because we've had a couple of fabrics in the shop that I just really loved. One of them, so this company, Cousette, it's a French fabric company, and I've chatted to you on Facebook and all that lot, Instagram about them. But I just thought pairing these two together. So this is an Eco Vera Viscose, which has got really nice colours, really quite bright, but not too bright. That I thought really nice in a Nell for the autumn. And it could go autumn, winter as well. So that's the Nell. I was sort of pairing it with the Cleo Viscose by Cousette. I just feel like with that colourway, it would just really go really nicely. What do you think? Yeah, I don't know. I thought it looked lovely. So that was the number one. Now, jumping onto another Cousette fabric, maybe jumping back into summer. How amazing is this? Woohoo! Now that is gorgeous. Again, another Eco Vera Viscose hanging off my hand, called Ripple Apricot. And you can see why. It's gorgeous. And I thought, how nice would that look in either the Sagura set or the Saturday skirt set. Both by Friday Pattern Co. Both co-ords. It'd be cool because it's quite vibrant. You could wear them as separates too. And I know loads of people that have made the Sagura trousers and top and loved it, but I just thought, how nice would that be? It's a bit of a last of the summer, because we're going to get some more summer set together, and that's with the Ripple Apricot Viscose by Cousette, this French company, Eco Vera Viscose, which is really nice. Another one by Cousette, and I thought, and it's so soft. Sold this to a gentleman who comes down on holiday with his kids and his missus, who both sew. It's really nice to see. He's bought some of this fabric to make a nice pair of sort of comfy trousers because it's just so soft. Really nice. So I was thinking the Thea, like Tilly and the Buttons Thea, in this really soft denim. How fab would they be for an autumn pair of trousers? Full length, work pockets, get a bit of a challenge in there for you. thought it would be fabulous. So fabric and pattern suggestions, like doing that. Hope that's a good idea for this channel. And then lastly, we've got the new Merchant & Mills pattern in, the honey. How cute is that? I love the I don't know if you can see on the back there. It's got a really nice shaping around here and it's really full. So you've got the cross across here and then it's just full hanging down off the bust. And we thought, you know, what better thing to do than to pair it actually with a Merchant & Mills fabric. Again, another brilliant autumn. Just imagine this. This is a cotton linen Merchant & Mills. Just imagine that. In that dress with a little t-shirt on under the top, under it in the autumn. Just thought it would look really nice together. And that's the honey pattern by Merchant & Mills, and we've got green maize cotton linen. So those are my fabric and pattern suggestions for the moment. Just what I've got in the shop that I'm really enjoying looking at and playing with and feeling and things like that. So what else is news from the shop? At the moment, we've got all of our autumn schedule up until Christmas out for workshops. So have a little look and see if there's anything you fancy coming to join us for. If you're coming from afar, we'll give you information about where to stay and stuff. But otherwise, if you're, you know, local or have any questions or anything like that, just give us a shout. Lastly, I suppose I should show you what I'm going to make next. Do you want to see? So this first one is only if I have time, because I'm going away on Sunday for a little autumn, well not autumn, because it's still summer, a little bit of sunshine. We've got this lovely black embroidered viscose linen. It's so soft and got little see-through holes. I just thought a nice pair of trousers, just airy and breezy and fly away from the heat because I'm going to France and probably down the south, so it's looking quite warm. But that's only if I've got a chance. If I make that, it'll probably be the Esti trousers, Tilly in the buttons, because I like their shape, her shape. I usually put pockets in the side seams because you always need pockets, even with holes in them. And I might make the full length and I might put some elastic in the bottom hem. So they're kind of like a harem-y sort of coming in at the bottom. Maybe. Depends if I've got time. So watch this space. That might get done. Probably I'll come on next time and go, no, didn't get time. But that's okay. That's possible. And then the other one, I've actually been allowed to make a jumper for the man, my partner. I don't know if I mentioned that he wants me, I'm going to make him a shirt as well, but before that, he really wants me to make him a jumper out of this. Now we've got one in the shop made up as a billy jumper. He's like, oh, I like that. Can I make you one? Yes. I've been sewing for, well, the whole time we've been together, 13 years. Never let me sew him anything. So this Zeus Needs Shade will be sewn up into a men's jumper. Going to use that as the bottom hem and cuffs, not the neckband. I prefer this to use the same fabric as a neckband. And I'm actually going to use the Woodley tee because I think that's exactly the shape that he would want, but just put a cuff on the bottom, a hemband on the bottom, to bring it in more like a jumper rather than having it open. So I'll probably have to shorten it slightly so that it's not like down to his knees or something with the hem as well, the hemband on the bottom as well. So I'll play around with that pattern and that variation. So that one will definitely get sewn very soon. Jumper for my boyfriend. Finally allowed to sew something for him. So that's about it this time. Hopefully I'm getting a bit better at giving you all the information you want. I'm going to pop in the descriptions below hopefully everything I've talked about. So what patterns, what fabrics, what size I am, what size I sew of all the patterns, just to give you a bit of an idea of, you know, what works and what doesn't work. Let me know what you'd like to see next time, if there is anything. Otherwise, I'm going to pop up once a month and have a chat to you about what's going on and what fabrics we've got and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, great, thanks for listening, and see you again soon.